So the collection consists of 5 different Scarecrow figs. He's one of the oldest Batman villains, I believe, and one of my personal favorite. I have fond memories of this guy from the animated TV series. As far as I know, he's kind of one of the villains that's supposed to evoke a lot more terror and fear compared to some of the other guys, and I feel like that's sort of playing off the psychological horror of maybe why clowns are scary is sort of the same reason why the Scarecrow is a bit freaky as well. That and the fact that he throws fear gas into people's faces and they hallucinate. Here's the very first guy. He came out in the Batman-themed series of sets, so his release was all the way back in 2006, and his first appearance was in the original Arkham Asylum set. He also appeared a year later in the Batcopter, the Chase for the Scarecrow set, and this minifigure is particularly unique compared to many others, and that's because he's got himself a glow-in-the-dark head. And even compared to minifigs that have glow-in-the-dark heads nowadays, the plastic used is kind of a bit older. The glow-in-the-dark technique that LEGO employs now is a bit different. It almost looks like it's a white plastic, but this one is a bit more transparent, and I'm not sure if the glow is very strong or if it lasts that long, but the silhouette of the face against this glowing backdrop does look pretty darn good. The only other bit of printing on the body is just on the front of the torso piece, and there around the collar and belt there's quite a bit of fine detailing that shows the ropes, and you'll see later down the line that LEGO sort of stops using this extremely fine line detailing, and it's nice to see from these older figs that sometimes they scale back certain aspects of their design for the minifigs. He comes wielding his signature scythe, and the witch hat is also pretty darn fitting. Now, being the original of a pretty well-known supervillain in the LEGO minifig form, having come out over 10 years ago, he's pretty darn collectible, coming in at a minimum of $26 or $27, but there are plenty of vendors that attempt to sell him for more than that. Now, when we jump up to the next Scarecrow, that is 6 years later when the LEGO Superheroes line actually was initially produced, and he was part of the Arkham Asylum breakout set, basically the next iteration of the Arkham Asylum. This was also a really awesome set, and in a lot of ways this feels like just a slightly updated version of the original Scarecrow. A lot of the initial sort of classic design choices were pretty much held on to. He's in the sort of same color combination. The detailing for the face shows a lot more depth with the eyes, which I don't think actually makes him look as creepy, but it certainly looks a little bit more Lego-y, if that makes any sense. His scythe is made of totally different pieces, and the main blade is actually a katana. And ultimately, this guy looks alright. He does have printing on the back of his head and the back of the torso, for example, which is pretty nice, but I don't think I like him more than what the original Scarecrow looked like, just because that had such a cool, unique look with the glow-in-the-dark head. Because he is solely exclusive to the Arkham Asylum breakout set, a nice, big, old, retired set, he is $18 brand new, so definitely a collectible guy to get for sure. But let's jump up to the year 2016, and this is where Scarecrow really takes a very big turn in terms of actual design choices. This guy came out in the set Batman Scarecrow Harvest of Fear, and the biggest differences about this guy is that he's in a much lighter, sort of reddish brown mold color, and also he has a specially made mold for the head. I think that mold actually came out on a witch from a collectible figure series before, but the colors have definitely changed to match up just for this guy. There's a lot of similar kind of printing that makes up the body, though all the detailing here is exclusive. He's got some ropes tied around him here and there, the same red eyes that are kind of sunken into those black sockets beneath the mask. So ultimately, they didn't really change the fundamentals of what this Scarecrow guy is. I don't know if he's from a specific cartoon or comic book, but generally speaking, I liked this character when he was just made with sort of a darker color combination. This set, as of the making of this episode, is still on shelves, so he's not considered too exclusive right now, and he sells for $6, and then 2017 knocks out the last two guys, and these Scarecrows are both from the Lego Batman movie. Interestingly enough, this first one being the pizza version of Scarecrow, he's disguised as a Luigi's Pizza delivery guy. He actually came out first, and he definitely gets points for just being one of the most creatively portrayed classic Batman villains. The print for the torso is awesome, especially the arms that are dual molded, and there's even a little bit of red printing to show the edge of the cuff. That's a really cool arm piece. The flames on the helmet is an added touch, but I especially like the print for the scary pizza. That's all I can really call it. He appeared in the extremely small set called Scarecrow Special Delivery, which make him basically the cheapest of any of these guys. He's $5, but one of my personal favorite Batman villain minifigs to get. Now later this same year, the sort of classic or easily recognizable version of Scarecrow from the Lego Batman movie came out in another small set. It's called Scarecrow Fearful Face-Off. Actually do like the build for his little helicopter here. And the detailing here is, I think, the closest that we get to the Scarecrow from the Batman animated TV series, and that's the guy that I want to have as a collectible fig. So the most noticeable differences are that he still has that same mold piece that the previous year showed, but the colors have changed to a nice sort of darker brown, and his straw hair is really sticking through, which is something I always sort of attributed to the Scarecrow character. And the face print from the pizza delivery guy, and this is the same, and the print on the pants from before now match up with the torso. He too also came from a cheaper set, so therefore he is a cheaper fig coming out to $6, and right there we just finished off the Scarecrow collection. So once again, if I did have any choice of getting any type of new Scarecrow minifigure for the future, the guy portrayed in the animated TV series would be awesome, but also Nolan's Scarecrow would be really cool too to get as a figure as well. Anyways, that about wraps it up for this little minifigure collection review video. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. If you have any ideas about another collection video you want to see in the future, please let us know in the comment section below, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault.